Lunch with Jewel. I'm Jewel Leonard, and I help businesses and creatives to show up big and make marketing make sense. So today we're going to talk about landing pages versus websites. Do you really need a website? I know everyone is telling you that you do, but in some cases, a landing page may be a better choice for you. So that's what we're going to cover today. And hopefully, I will share my screen in a way that will be helpful. So, first thing, let's talk about the definition between what is the difference really between a landing page and a website. So, the first thing is that whether you're talking about a website or you're talking about a landing page, what you're ultimately trying to do is you're building a house on your digital real estate. So, if you have a domain name for your business and say, for example, it's julianar.com, then that is your address on the internet. And so, what you're doing, whether it's with the landing page or it's a website, you're building a house on that property that you have that is called your domain name. Okay. In essence, that's what we're doing. So, then the question becomes, do you need a little house or do you need a big house? Which one are you going to build? And the way you determine how you're going to build is based on what you want to do with that real estate, right? So I'm just going to talk about so that's kind of my point number one. I usually give 3 points. So the second thing is once you have your domain name, which I've done other videos on some important things you need to know about domain names, then you got to figure out what am I going to do on my digital real estate. Okay. So a landing page is a single page that typically encourages or steps the visitor through some process to perform what's called a call to action. A call to action is anything that you want that visitor to your digital address to do. So if you want them to fill out a form, it's you show them why they should fill out a form. If you want them to call a number, then you give them some reason why they would want to call a number. And so ultimately, the typical use of a landing page is to help someone to take an action. Okay. With a website is a multiple page. It's the big house, right? So it's more than one page. It can be 3 pages, it can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 100, I think, as many as you want. So the purpose of that is it depends on what you want the purpose to be. Typically, most websites are pretty much like digital flyers, right? You go there, people look and they see all the information, and then they leave and they don't do anything. And some that are a little bit smarter will have kind of like a pop-up when you come to the site that says, hey, get this free cool thing and give me your phone number and your email address, right? But for the most part, most people go to your website and they really don't do anything. And then if they do, a lot of times you'll have different, maybe you use a website builder or something like that. And so you'll have, a chat bot or something where people can input their information. But a lot of times business owners don't even know where that information goes. And when I first started out, I didn't even know there were people's names in there, right? So months later, I'm like, oh wow, look, somebody visited my site, and I didn't even know. So in essence, that's kind of the difference between a landing page and a website, and that's the other thing is how do you decide what you do with it? Is how do you decide what you want to do now? No, if that makes sense. So, what are some cases where you might want to use a landing page versus a website? Well, it depends on what stage you are in your business and what type of business you're in. So, for example, one second, excuse me. So, for example, say you have a product to sell, and I have a couple of examples that I want to show you of a landing page. So, a landing page is more like, say, maybe you're just getting started out and you don't really have the time to produce a content for a whole website, but you want to have a digital presence. It's very smart business to go ahead and get your domain name and put up a landing page. It can be super simple. So I'm going to show you a couple of super simple, I'm going to show you a couple of super simple landing pages. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go to Let's see how this works. Okay, so we're going to go to, okay, this is a simple, let me see if it shows here. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a really super simple landing page. Okay, in this case, here's an author. It's a media kit. They have a digital address that is ruhiesbooks.com, and we just wanted you to be able to click to call Ruhi, which I won't because it really does work, and call her, or you click to purchase a book, and it goes to which this particular person, this client, she uses a website that she built herself. And so when you click to purchase books, they go there and it goes to the payment page where they can buy a book. And then her whole media kit is right here. So you don't have to email, you can just send people to a web page, right? So that's one example. And then let's see, can I share my other example? Let's see. No, that one. Okay. Then let me see if this is another one. I'll share with you another one. This is my one that I use. The other thing about landing pages is you can do landing pages for multiple products if you want to, right? Let me see if I can share this other one. You can do landing pages to multiple. So I'll show you another really simple landing page that I use for a product. Let's see. Can I get to that one? Okay. All right. So if you, I have an autopilot product. And so I'm going to show you, this is like a simple landing page that I use. And it's basically, it shares some information. There's a video that plays, and then there's a button where they can learn more. They click learn more, then they get a form to fill out, which captures their name and email address. And then it takes them to an additional video. So it's a step through. Now, that's an important point that I want to share real quick too, is that one of the things that you want to do, a lot of times people talk about landing page, but the power in a landing page is a funnel that you attach to it. So a funnel, and this is a different topic, but a funnel is a landing page with multiple pages that step people through a process to buy or take a call to action. So it could be a one-page landing page or multiple. So and so that's the example of a landing page. Real simple, basic information. It can be anything you want on the landing page. Really, it doesn't have to be complicated. So when you're first starting out, it may be completely legit. Just go out to Wix and set up a one page. You don't even have to do the whole. I don't know if they let you do a single page. So I think most of the templates are multiple pages, but you can do something really simple like that. Now, so a website is something that has multiple pages, and it's more of kind of like your digital flyer or your digital brochure or something like that. And so you have a lot of information on there, and people visit it, but they aren't actually prompted to take an action. So I hope that was helpful for you. One thing that we want to remember is, for a landing page, it's a simple one page, can be as few as one page, as many as 3 or 4, that takes your person, the visitor, to your digital address through some process to get them to do something. Then a website is more of like your digital brochure, and it shows a lot of information about your business, but it doesn't necessarily prompt anyone to take an action. So it's more like some place where people can go to learn about what you do. And so you have to work with a developer, a website developer, and a graphic designer that really designs your website to drive people to take an action. Because for me personally, a website, if it's not driving someone to take action, or it's not working as a central hub, I use my website as a central hub to send people to say, oh, you want information about payments? Go to my website here. Oh, you want information about solutions? Go to my website. You can use it as kind of a central hub for all your information. But really, if you want to get people to take an action with a specific product, then I would recommend a landing page. So I hope that was helpful for you. And definitely, if you have questions about landing pages, you're still not quite sure whether you want to do a landing page or a website, then definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to work with you. And I'll see you next time on Lunch with Jill. Bye for now.